Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode with your girl Audrey Codner from ACG Math Tutoring. Hopefully you guys are having a lovely day. I know yesterday I wasn't sure if I was going to come in, but here I go. We had like a quick moment, so we have like a quick, possibly 30, maybe 35 minutes that we're actually going to be working on the mathematics knowledge, which is usually on your ASVAB. So if you are taking the ASVAB, the GED, maybe even the AccuPlacer or the TEAS test, the HESI test, or any kind of test that's dealing with algebra, this is the live for you. So like I said, I try to fit it in when I can because I do online tutoring full time, all day, every day, 7 days a week. So, but let's get you guys ready for your exam. So let's take a look at the first one. If x equals 8, what is the value of y in the equation? Y equals x squared divided by 4, it looks like plus 4, minus 2. So is it A, 14, B, 16, C, 18, or D, 20? So if you think you know the answer, go ahead and put it inside the comments. If you're not sure, you could put a question mark. You're still going to be involved. And plus, I am going to go over the answers momentarily. So let's see. So, hey Dee, hey Christy, or Chrissy with the A's. We both have A's involved. Sorry, I had to put the cat out. It's like I was perfectly fine doing anything. As soon as I come live, bada boom, there comes the cat. All right, so monkey squared, we got A. Stephanie, we have A. Is that Aslina? D? I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay, Leslie with the A. Okay, how did I get D? Oh, I was saying D in your name. I think that's probably what it is. Okay, Moni saying A. Rita saying A. Can't find Haley. Hey, welcome back is saying A. Okay, we got some 14s, we got some A's, we got Christie's. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that is? Okay, good. All right, just want to make sure. So let's take a look. So if we substitute the 8 for the x, so that means we're going to have 8 squared divided by 4. Okay, that's going to be inside of our parenthesis, minus 2. So just like we all know, PEMDAS, or we're doing order of operations. So inside the parenthesis, we have our 8 squared. 8 squared is not 8 times 2. It's 8 times 8, so that gives us our 64. So now, inside of this parenthesis, we're going to have to take that 64 and we have to divide it by 4. So 64 divided by 4, that gives us our 16. And now we're bringing down that minus 2. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay, so 16 minus 2, that gives us our 14, and boom, that is our answer. So all we had to do is substitute and then remember the order of operation. P, parentheses, E, exponent. Now, the M to D, the multiplying and dividing, that goes from left to right. So we're lucky we just had it right here on the left-hand side. Then we had our addition or our subtraction. So, see, it's just that easy. That's what it is. That's what you do for the test, except for this paper that doesn't want to slide. All right, so let's get with the next one. The cube of 5 is it A, 125, B, 25, C, 15, or D, 50? Thank you so much, Rich. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for the follow, everyone. Yep, 14 equals y means y equals 14. That's the same thing. All of this is just the inverse. All right, Big G Money, welcome back. Okay, Naldo is saying A as well. Big G Money, I got you with the A. Naldo, I see you with the A. Okay. Is it Boo? Is saying A. Chrissy saying A. Mr. Sir is saying A. Anthony is saying A. All right, well, let's take a look. So we have to know what the word cube means. So if we have that base of 5, cube means raised to the third power. Again, this doesn't mean 5 times 3 to give me 15. Nope, that's not it. All right, this is basically saying we're taking our base of 5 and we're multiplying it 3 times. So you have your 5 times 5, that does give you 25. And if you multiply that answer 25 times 5, that will give you 125. Answer will be A. All right. Thank you so much for checking in. Awesome. Here we go. Next one. So we have 2 and 5/10 times 3 raised to the third power. So is it A, 22 and 5/10? Is it B, 75? Is it C, 67 and 5/10? Or D, 675? Okay, good job, Shamita, for that last problem. I see you. Okay, Shamita is saying again at my 22.5. Okay, Daddy K, how you doing, Daddy? Is saying C. Christy is saying C. Anthony, as same as Bo is C. Ashlina saying C. Okay, Big G Bunny saying C. Okay. Eva's telling me A, Moni's telling me C, Vat saying A. Yes, happy Tuesday for you, Bob. Bongo guy. All right, I see you. All right, Miss, I'm seeing C, J, C, Big L. C, saying A. Okay, Eva with the A. All right, let's take a look. So we got combinations of A's and C's. All right, so the first thing, since this is our multiplication, I know some people still use it as X, but we need to convert this 3 to the third power. So just like what we did for the previous problem, we did 5 to the third power. That means we had to do 5 times 5 times 5. The same thing is happening with our 3's. So we have 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 gives me 9. 9 times 3 gives me 27. So now I got to take that answer 27 and I need to multiply it with my 2 and 5/10. So now let's get with it. We have 7 times 5, that gives me 35. Carry the 3. 2 times 5 gives me 10 plus 3 gives me 13. So right here, just doing this first part, because I know when I do the 2 times 7, my answer is going to go underneath the 3 because it's in the tens position. So that means the first digit that's going to come down is going to be a 5. Knowing that right away, I can get rid of my B and I can get rid of my D because both of them end with my 0. And you're probably like, well, Audrey, if you add it all together, it could happen that way. Yeah, but this is 1 decimal place. Since this is 1 decimal place and this doesn't have any decimals, that means my answer has to be 1 decimal place. Okay, so just knowing a little bit of that, you can do your process of elimination. So now if we continue on, we have 2 times 7, that gives me 14. Carry the 1. 2 times 2 is 4, plus the 1 gives me 5. So let me see if I can do that. So I bring down my 5. Okay, 3 and 4 added together, make sure you're adding, gives me my 7. And there's my 6. But see, we got 1 decimal place. Boom. Okay, we have our 67.5. Our answer is C. Okay, trust me. When you do any of these assessments, SAT, ACT, GED, ASVAB, Acuplacer, any letter from A to Z. If you do any of those assessments, always try to do process of elimination. Okay, you have the knowledge. Trust yourself, okay? All right, so number 4, the fourth root of 16 is it A, 4, B, 1, C, 3, or D, 2? What do we got? Neil's got A, user 35A. Okay, Anthony is saying D, Christy A, Moni, Bo, can't find Haley, all said A, Blue-Eyed Girl with the D, Sandra with the A, CeeLo A. Hey, how are you? Okay, Shakita, how are you? Saying 4, that was A, Big G Money with the A, Ali with the D. Okay, hey Danny, how are you? Saying A. All right, we got some A's, we got some D's. Now we got a whole series of D's coming in there. All right, let's take a look. I'm seeing some A's and some D's. Let's see it out. Now, the fourth root. We are so used to seeing what's called the square root. Okay, but we're talking about the fourth root. So we want to know what number multiplied to itself 4 times will give me 16. Okay, so if I say 4, that means I'm looking at 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. But just 4 times 4 will give me my 16. So what a lot of you guys are saying, hey, you're thinking of the square root. But now we're talking about the fourth root. So let's take a look. If I do the other one that most of you guys have been saying is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 gives me 4. 2 times 2 gives me 4. 4 times 4 gives me 16. So 2 times 2 gives me 4, times 2 gives me 8, times 2 gives me 16. My answer is D. So we're thinking about the fourth root. Okay? All right. Can you please retract your answer? Not a problem. Hey, you gotta remember, I'm not here to judge. I am not the judge, the jury, nor the executioner. I'm just here to kind of help you out. But as long as you see where some of your errors come from, that's fine. That's how you learn. We're not perfect, people. We are not perfect, okay? All right, so number 5. What is the equation of the line that passes through points 0, -1, and 2, 3? Is it A, y equals 2x minus 1, B, y equals 2x plus 1, C, x equals 2y minus 1, or D, x equals 2y plus 1? A, B, C, or D? Okay, thank you so much for the follows, everyone. Hopefully this is going to be helpful for you. I really want you guys to succeed. Oh, thanks, Katie. Oh, cutesy. All right, here's personal. How are you? You're saying C, can't find, is saying A. Tummy Boy is saying A. User 59, thank you so much for the follows, as well as user 19 and all the users of the world. All right, Michael, hello, how are you? With an A, thank you. User 24, thank you for the follow. Leslie, love it, thank you. Love the gifts. Okay, BS, hey, you're straight up with an A. Big G, you're between A and C. Which one? Make a decision, make a decision. You don't understand this? That's all right, because guess what? I'm going to explain it. All right, so we have, oh, hey, Jordan Square. So we have Big L, Selena, Jordan Square, Kendra, Shamita, his personal, all are saying A. So let's take a look. Anytime they mention equation of the line, it's always y equals mx plus b. Okay? Anytime they want an equation of the line, it's going to always be in this format. So just for that, right away, C and D is done. Okay? Reason why, they both say x equals. Not it. So now process of elimination helps us to get to A and to B. The only thing that's different between A and B is one has a -1 and the other one has a +1. So here's the things that you need to know. The two things that you need is a slope. Slope is basically your rise over your run. And both of them have the same slope. Slope is always adjacent or the coefficient of that x. And both of them have a slope of 2. Okay, so that doesn't help. But your y-intercept, that's your b. That's where it crosses the y-axis. The y-intercept is when your x value is 0. Okay, when your x value is 0. Hint, hint. Do you see it? One of our points is our y-intercept. And they're telling us that our y-intercept is -1. So right away, boom, A is your answer. You didn't need to calculate the slope. You didn't know, especially when they gave you a y-intercept. Bada boom, bada bing, just put it on in there and get it done. Okay? So, yes, it is, Skyla. And to help out with ASVAB and GED. All right? No, user 19, never give up. Never give up. Don't be like that person. Like how I used to be. I know about giving up. I should have a PhD in it. But this is the thing. I never let it hit me down, okay? All right, so let's take this. Can I draw that equation? Why should I draw the equation? Like just put it in the equation? It's right here. Boom. Okay. All right, so let's take a look. We have 12 yards plus 14 divided by 5. I know it's really hard to see. I'm going to try to make it a little bit larger if my phone lets me. I said a little bit larger phone. Don't have to get too crazy. It always acts weird when I'm on TikTok. So, okay. I'm not even going to attempt the feat. There we go. So, what do we got? I have a whole bunch of C's. Okay. Your favorite subject, Johnny? Awesome. Okay, Jordan Square is telling me it's 10 feet. BS is saying C. Sophia is saying C. Michael's saying C. Ever sum and divide measurements like that? I don't know. But you know what? This is always a question that they have either on the ASVAB or on the GED, especially when they're trying to get conversions. Also, people that are doing my TEAS test, that's all you do. You do nothing but conversions, okay? But your conversions is life and death. Okay, so make sure you understand your metrics, okay? Appreciate it. All right, Ken, we got our C. Aslina saying C. Valto saying C. Okay, Chrissy is saying C. A lot of people saying C. Thank you, Nicole. Appreciate the lovely rose. Okay, diet. Hey, I feel it. Saying B. Okay, we got Tina with the C. We got a couple of B's. All right. To see this. That's all right, Cam. I'm going to show you in a few minutes what you can do in the meantime. All right, so first off, we need to do some conversion. Okay, we start off at yards, then we talk about feet. So we need to convert these yards into feet. So if you can recall, 3 feet is equivalent to 1 yard. All right. So if you got 12 of those bad boys, why don't we do this? Do 12 times 3. Okay? If you want to work it out, you can work it out. All right? So you have 36 feet. So we're going to replace that 12y with the 36. Now we're going to add the 14. Okay, so we can get all our footage. So 36 plus 14, that gives me 50. And then we're going to take that 50 and divide by 5. Okay, you're probably saying, well, Audrey, aren't we supposed to be doing multiplication before division? Yes, but here's the thing. We got to do what's inside the parenthesis first. Okay, P, E, PEMDAS. Okay, so 50 divided by 5, that will give us our 10. And notice most of our answers, except for this one, is in feet. So we had to do that conversion. Your answer is going to be C. All right, there you go, Samantha. I got it right. Go ahead, girl. Celebrate it. All right, I'm going to see if I can at least finish this page, and then we'll continue on next time. So let's get it going. So we have x cubed times x to the 4th. Okay, so is our answer x to the 12th, B, which is 2x to the 7th, C, which is 2x to the 12th, or D, which is x to the 7th? Okay, which is your answer choice? So I got some D's, some D's, some D's, some D's. Okay, Johnny thinks it's D. Got a C, got a B randomly in there, a couple of D's. Okay, Trig, we don't have to go that far with Trig. What about Trig? Okay, with some B's, I got some D's, got a couple C's. Gotta love it. We got some D's, we got some D's with my x to the 7th, same base. All right, hey, Hunter, hopefully you got my message, Hunter. I did message you back. I know, I passed out. I was really tired. And I'm going to be really tired tonight, too. All right, so we got our A's, C's. Okay, all right, awesome. Now, let's take a look. Just like I forgot who mentioned it. Hold on. Someone mentioned it, and I want to give credit when credit is due. Did I skip it? Hold on. Someone mentioned it. Same base. Oh, yeah, cotton candy. Thank you, cotton candy. See? I like to give credit when credit's due. When you have the same base, the base is my x's. When you are multiplying, that's with the dot. This is what really should be representing multiplying from now on. We got to get rid of the x. It's confusing kids. All right. So when we have the same base and we are multiplying, all we're basically doing is adding our exponents. Okay. We keep the base. We do not add the coefficients. So that's why B and C is out. Okay. When we're multiplying and we have the same base, we add the exponents. So that gives me 7, x to the 7th power. Okay. Now for the next one, we have x plus 4 times x plus 2. So it looks like we are going to be multiplying. A lot of you guys know it as FOIL. Some of you guys may do the box method. Okay. But is your answer A, x squared plus 6x plus 6? Is it B, x squared plus 8x plus 8? C, x squared plus 8x plus 6, or D, x squared plus 6x plus 8? What do we have here? Okay, a whole series of D's. Okay, not sure how to do it? Don't worry, you're confused. I got you. Don't worry, we're going to take it step by step. Now you have someone to kind of help you through it, okay? All right, there's no F's. You don't remember? That's okay. I got you. All right. No, you're not bad at math. It was just how it was introduced to you. Okay? You're no longer that scared little kid and you don't have to put this defensive against me anymore. Okay? If you don't understand, I'm here to break things down. All right? So, dude, you don't multiply in real life? Okay. So I'm going to show you both ways. So I'm going to put it on, let's see if I could just put it on here. So if we have a parenthesis, x plus 4, x plus 2. Okay. So the first way is called FOIL. Now, a lot of people know it as first, out, inner, last. But then here's the thing. Everyone forgets which one's the F, which one's the O, especially the O and the I. Is it this one? Is it that one? And then you're spending so much time trying to figure out. So all I do is I take the first term in the first parenthesis and I distribute to everything in the second parenthesis. When I distribute, I am multiplying. So we have x times x, which gives us x squared. Then we have x times 2. Since it's a positive 2, I'm going to put plus 2x. Okay? That's all you're doing. Taking the first term and you distribute it to everything in the second parenthesis. So now we're going to take the second term. And the second term is a positive 4. Okay? I always include the signage with the second term. Now I'm going to distribute that to everything into the second parenthesis. So it's going to be 4 times x. This is a positive 4. It's going to be a plus 4x. And then 4 times 2 gives me a positive 8. Now, everything's already multiplied out. Now we want to combine our like terms. And our like terms should always be right there in the center. Okay? If not, double check your work. Okay? So now, 2x plus 4x. So they are like terms because they both have a single x in common. They both have a single x, not really in common, but just single x. X squared and x, 2 separate worlds. Can't combine them. But the x's we can, which gives me 6x. And then what comes down is my plus 8. And since this 6x is a positive 6, I'm going to put a plus sign in front. And then you have x squared comes down. All right. So this is doing foiling. And of course you do see your answer, and your answer is D. Now, I told you there's a second way of doing this. The second way is using what's called a box method. Let me slide this over. I like to give you guys choices. Since the first parenthesis, there's 2 terms there. The second parenthesis, there's 2 terms there. So with the box method, I'm going to draw a 2 by 2 grid. All right. First parenthesis, I kind of like putting it on the side. It's like a Punnett square for those people that take biology. Then I take the second parenthesis and put it on top. So for me to fill the boxes, I need to multiply. So for me to fill this box, I have to multiply x times x. That gives me x squared. To fill this box, I multiply 2 times x. To fill this box, I multiply x times 4. And to multiply this box, I multiply 2 times 4. Then look, right here on the diagonal. Those are my like terms. So I'm going to write my first term, which is my x squared. I'm going to combine my like terms right here, which is plus 6x. And I rewrite my constant, which is a positive 8. Hey, looky, looky. It's basically the same answer. All right. All right. Yes, kids love the box method. So do I. And the box method, you can use it regardless. You can do a 2 by 2. You can do 2 by 3. When you get one of those lovely teachers that want to just, I don't know, work your brain and do a 4 by 4. Hi, stop it. But the box method, when you multiply, will make it so much easier because now you can see your like terms. Okay? It doesn't matter which one comes on the side or which one comes on top, because guess what? When you multiply, it's going to even its way out. Okay? All righty then. I know, sorry that I had to fast forward. But saying, before I get to the next one, when you looked at this, knowing that you're going to distribute, I always make sure if I multiplied the first 2 terms, I should get an x squared. All of them had x squares, so that doesn't help. But if I multiply the 4 and the 2, I get 8. Right away, A is gone and C is gone. Always work on that process of elimination. And then take a look. 4 times x, and then x times 2, 4 plus 2 will give me my 6. So sometimes you can do it like that. All right. Now we have 1 5/10 times 10 to the third power. Scientific notations. I know a lot of people that are taking Algebra 1 are doing this right now. And sometimes it's freaking the kids out. So let's take a look. Is it A, 45, B, 150, C, 1,500, or D, 15? Okay, got a whole lot of C, whole lot of C's, whole lot of C's. Not even by the same person, which is great. Angela, hello. Jordy, hello. Michael, thank you. Big love, hello, hello. Okay, Addie, how's it been? All right. Good, big love, I see you. Marie was saying with her C. All right. Michelle, was it Delo? I want to say. Oh, J-Dub. Okay. Elise. Good. I know. It's that time of year, Addie. It is that time of year. I know. I have like literally 10 minutes. So I'm trying to finish this page and then we can be done. All right. So here's the thing. When you have a positive exponent, that's telling you you're going to have a bigger number. And that exponent is telling you how many times I'm going to move that decimal place over. And if I'm going bigger, big always goes to the right. Okay, think about your number line. To the right is usually positive infinity. That's where all your larger numbers are. So since it's positive, I'm going to the right. The 3 is telling me how many times I'm moving the decimal place. So if I start here at 1.5, I'm starting here. That means I'm going to the right and I'm moving it over 1, 2, 3 decimal point. So how many zeros am I putting in? 1, 2. So that means I'm looking at 1,500, which my answer is C. Okay. Positive numbers, that means you're moving it to the right. Negative numbers, that means you're dealing with small, really small numbers, and you're moving to the left. All right. So here we go. Number 10. Which of the following is a prime number? Is it A, 27, B, 11, C, 8, or D, 4? Yes, Anthony, definitely. Thank you. Jordy saying B, 11, B, 11, A. Okay, Charles is switching it up, all right? User, thank you for the follow. Emily, we got 11. Marie, who's saying B. Maria, who's saying A, 11. I'm doing that. You can do it that way, Jack. Jack Attack, I appreciate that. Yes, because remember, there's always more than one way. Good. Love the B's. Yes, the answer is B. What is a prime number? A number that is a product of 1 and itself. That's the only way you can get it through multiplication. 27, remember, you can get it through 1 and 27. You can get it from 3 and 9. So since there's more than one way of getting 27, that's basically what's called a composite number. Same thing with 8. I can do 1 and 8, but I can also do 2 and 4. Same thing with 4. I can do 1 and 4 and 2 and 2. Okay, so the only one is 11. Excellent, guys. Now, what is the mode of the following series of numbers? We got 4, 4, 8, 8, 8, 10, 10, 12, 12. Is it A, 9, B, 8, C, 11, or D, 10? What is the mode? Okay, I see a lot of B's, a lot of B's, a couple of 8s. I got Michael with my B. Cotton Candy with my B. Yes, B. Misha with a B. Elisa with a B. Okay, Kyrie. I think I said it right. The same with a B. Easy math. Yeah, just to kind of relax it. Relax the brains. Relax the mind. That's how you can learn. You cannot learn in chaos. You have to learn it when you're calm, and when you're in chaos, you can do it. Yes, so the answer is is B at 8. So if I count, mode is the most frequent, okay? the most frequent number. So 8 is appearing 3 times. The other ones, if we want to do measures of central tendency, is mean. Mean is when you add up all the numbers and you divide by how many individual numbers there are. And then median is the middle. Think about the construction in the middle of the street. So if you see like one of those places where people can stop when they're crossing the street or jaywalking, whichever you want to call it, it's your middle number. So the median, you need numbers to be in order and you can count towards the middle. And it's very interesting that your median is also 8. All right, last problem. Yes, last one for today. I know. If A equals 4, then A cubed divided by A equals what? Is it A, 4, B, 12, C, 64, or D, 16? Okay, so we got our D, we got 64 with a C, Marie with a C, we got 16. Okay, so we got a ballot between 16 and 64. Paul is saying D. Okay, Nevada was saying D, Charles D, Vito D, Brooke D. Ooh, Angela's saying 16, Lance with our D. You're so bad at this? Don't worry, you're not bad at this. Come on, give yourself some credit. Okay, I'm here to break it down. So I got a whole bunch of D's. Okay, switching up Angela, not a problem. C, Christy with a C, Anthony with a D, 16, Anthony with a D, a whole bunch of D's. All right, Katie, we got a D. Yes. They're hiding your lives from me? I know, it's all of this love, but it's so good to see you, Van. Thank you. And then plus, I've been coming on very sporadically because of tutoring. Let's take a look. So we have A cubed, if I write it like this, A cubed divided by A. It's very similar to what we were talking about earlier. Now remember, let's go back to number 7. When we were multiplying, we add the exponents. But now we're dividing. So when you divide, you're basically subtracting the exponents. So it's 3 minus 1, which gives you 2. Don't even have to do all this, but here we are. So now from here, you could substitute that 4. Okay? So when you divide, you subtract the exponents, not add them, subtract them. And then when you plug your 4 in, 4 squared, 4 times 4, that gives you your 16. Okay? Now, if you want, you could plug it all in. You could have gone a little wacky-patacky going with the 4 cubed. Now, the 4 cubed, that will give you your, I think it'll give you your 64, if I'm not mistaken. All of a sudden, I have a brain fart. And then if you divide that 4 cubed, yeah, that's 64. And then if I divide that 64 by 4, then I will get my 16. All right, just had a brain fart, but I'm back now. I know, I better get myself together because I'm about to tutor in a second. All right, so you could do it that way as well. Okay, but knowing your rules of exponents kind of shortened the tragedy a little bit, you know, a little less of a sting. Okay, all right, so if you guys, I know, right? If you guys came a little bit later, because I do have to skedaddle, I'm going to try, well, I'm not going to try tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be here, and last time I checked, at 3:30. So I'm going to push for 3:30 as best we can. Oh, thank you for the confetti. That was sweet. So if anything, this is what you can do. All right. So if you came here a little late, it's not your fault. It's me. I'm just trying to fit you guys in as best I can. I don't like leaving people in the lurch. But this is where you can go, okay? And if anything, if you can do these 5 things, I would greatly appreciate that, especially this part. You will see a playlist that says TikTok Lives. Trust me, I know it's a deep, deep title. Yesterday. All right. So you'll see like all the stuff that we're currently doing, but also you can see like individual instructions, like just like how I broke down, like say system of equations or factoring or multiplying or dividing polynomials or exponents, like all those things that I did a little bit more in detail. You will also find it during those lives. Okay. Now, I don't have a whole lot. I just got like maybe like 3 more spots available for tutoring because some people are traveling for the holidays. If you are thinking about taking your ASVAB, your Accuplacer, TEAS test, and you just want to go over some sessions, I do have a couple of slots open. You're more than willing to have them. The cost of it is $77 for my TikTokers. Anyone outside of TikTok is $92. So yeah, because I'm that good. Toot my own horn, toot. But, we get things effectively. I try to break it down. I break it down in a way that you can understand it. Okay, even fractions. You're like, I never understand fractions. Trust me, I used to suck at fractions and word problems. Now look at me. I'm a math teacher. Who knew? That's God right there. That's just God. So how can you can just send me a message. You can DM me a message if you're interested. If you guys just want to like look at the videos, you can do that. I also have, if you look up my name, you'll see like a whole bunch of information, some links that's associated because TikTok doesn't like for us to say the W word. But you can definitely get in touch with me. Just send me a message. I always look at my request section just in case we're not TikTok friends yet, but we can definitely go there. Okay. So, all right. So if anything, go ahead, just message me. That's the best way to do it. Don't just put it in the chat here. Actually go find my name, click on it, and send me a message. Okay? And you should be able to. If not, there's a Service Plus button at the bottom of this that you can actually text me or send me an email directly. Okay? All right. All right, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, next on Thursday. Okay, so if you want to go over some stuff with the IBEW, definitely let me know because I actually have one kid that passed it and he was awesome. All right, so if anything, message me. I will see you guys tomorrow at 3:30. Again, this is the place where you can go to get the replay. Give me a little time to upload it because sometimes TikTok takes a minute. All right. All right, everyone, take care. Love you guys. Keep being awesome. Bye now.